Go ahead.
I can lean on this pole.
Dun 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 groupcast. Dun 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 dun. Let's stuff.
It's intro time! I'm gonna tell y'all a story. It's about these three guys. Maybe four, I don't know, I can't count. They decided to do a podcast. This is their theme song. They were so ugly. Everyone died. The end.
This.
Great.
There were gonna be words there.
What are words? And why do we need them? Find out today.
Tonight at
I
11.
was gonna say something along the lines of, "Let's go talk about stuff."
Let's
But it
go.
came out as, I got a stroke there.
Such stroke.
I think the first thing we need to talk about after everybody's introduced is the thing that Lennon has to talk about.
Oh, yes,
What do I have to talk about?
oh
Oh my god,
yeah. Yeah, that's actually on my list of things.
Oh yeah.
Just so no one forgets. As always, I'm your host, Big Wes, with fellow host Casey.
No words.
I can't talk.
He's just gonna ukulele.
And Kyle.
I am fluffy and lovable. Don't laugh, it's true.
I'm just laughing at him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You are fluffy and I love you.
Thank you.
Joining us, Lennon.
Polly Wally Doodle.
All the day?
All the
day.
Nah, just for like a couple hours.
Is he riding into town?
Yes, he
Yeah.
is.
Maybe if he wasn't faffing around, he could do some shit. Erica.
I add R's to words that don't need them.
Spider-Man. Walking the trees.
Because better you don't know.
And Stacy.
I'm wearing orange.
She is very orange.
She will never get shot. with
She's
that
even
outfit.
she's even knitting orange.
Yeah.
She's so orange, she's almost purple.
It's her solar flare suit.
You just need a tinfoil hat.
Yeah, she does.
I call upon the powers of the sun. Do my bidding.
He-Man.
What can the sun do as you're bidding? I mean, what?
Burn things.
Is better.
About it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Produce light.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Make it spring again.
Take away light from the Australians.
They don't need it anyway.
Not after that heat wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
They are on fire, literally.
We'll take some of that fire.
All of Australia. Hey, it's above freezing today. It's a heat wave.
Man, that's something.
Yeah, I was driving through Lemoyne on Wednesday, and I don't remember if it was a bank or if it was a car dealership, but someone had
Was there a vault?
no.
Because that's a good indication.
Some-
Were there a
some-
bunch
no,
of cars?
fuck you! Someone had one of them LED signs that just tell you shit.
It's a view.
Yeah,
That's the view.
and
Was Whoopi Goldberg there?
no, and
That wasn't a
And
view.
it brings up the temperature and it says 16 degrees. Wow, what a heat wave.
Celsius? Yeah, almost.
Such warm.
I'm like,
Very
fuck
wow.
you, sign.
16 degrees in Celsius is alright.
I've never really bothered with Celsius.
But everyone else in the world does.
Yeah, I know.
If you're over 25 degrees, you have a problem.
Okay.
It's going to be hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
0 degrees is freezing.
Right.
I do
36
know that.
degrees is boiling.
And that's, I mean, Celsius makes a lot more sense than
32.
Fahrenheit
36,
does.
32.
But
In Celsius, 100 degrees is
But Fahrenheit
boiling.
actually goes more for
Is it-
the
I
human
thought
body temperatures. Is
Yeah.
what I found out.
yeah, that's the whole thing
yeah.
about it. Yeah, the Celsius is based on, it has water as a base to its temperatures, and
Yeah.
Fahrenheit has humans.
And
as
then
a
there
base
is
to
the
its
Very
Kelvin,
human.
Then there is the Kelvin scale developed by Lord Kelvin.
And no one
Yeah, well-
uses it anymore.
No one
He
uses
can
it.
suck a bunch
No.
of dicks.
He already
Can
did.
suck
That's why
cock.
no one uses it anymore.
Yeah. It's like
Queer, we're not using your temperature scale.
queer as a
We don't
clockwork
need them
orange.
gay temperatures here.
Forget my.
He's old China, because China's trying to come out with its own gaming systems now, because they're just now
Really?
They're just like, oh
They're-
hey,
They just now relieved the ban on video games in China.
The ban on what?
Video games in China.
Oh yeah.
There
I
was
was
no
in that
the,
band.
China.
I was in that band, video games in China.
What was your hit song?
What was that hit statute?
But China wouldn't allow any video games or consoles or anything
For how long?
for up till now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
From the beginning.
No
of
wonder
time
no wonder
until
everything's
now.
made in Japan.
they saw it as too much Western influence,
Oh, I didn't know that.
so they wanted to not have it. But now that all the new systems are coming out, they're like, well, I guess it's not that evil. And
If
China's
it works, it must be not.
China's now trying to create its own gaming industries, game developers, and gaming console.
Oh,
Nice.
I hope to God that they get third party
it's
help.
called the PlayStation.
Otherwise,
Right.
there's no hope for them.
No, yeah, they're gonna be making ET for quite
There's a
some
lot
time.
of people in China, but most of them are like farmers.
Yeah.
They watch dirt.
Very dirt.
Make a
It
dirt
makes me
game.
makes me think of like Napoleon Dynamite, where it's set in, I forget what year it came out. It was like mid 2000s.
Like 2006 or something. Like
Yeah, it was set in 2006 when it came out
in Idaho.
in Idaho.
Because Idaho is the best place to have
Yeah.
a movie.
But
But
Idaho
it's
is
also been out
apparently
for 10 years now.
yeah.
10 years.
Idaho is apparently so far behind that Idaho 2006 looks like everywhere else 1980.
I
Yep.
believe that.
I first thought it was made in the 80s
That-
when I first saw it.
That's what China is now. China is just now getting into the 80s.
They're working up.
Yeah.
Actually, technically, late 70s.
Whatever.
they have no chance against Japan.
They got into the 70s.
No.
No.
This is
No,
a
they don't.
little bit off what we were just saying.
It
But when
all
you were
the
talking about queer, no, we don't want your system.
time.
This is only kind of related. I just thought of this now. My music professor last semester had a thing for Tchaikovsky because she's Russian, and anything Russian she just gets the giggles about.
Anything Russian. she's
Why
pretty
would
good.
you laugh at anything from your homeland?
I don't know.
I'm from Pennsylvania. Amish people make me chuckle.
I laugh at a lot of things, Pennsylvania.
Dude, Amish people scare the shit out of me. They're
I
terrifying.
want to do a barn raising with the Amish people.
I
For the
drove.
sole reason of eating their food. That's it. It's
They
'cause
do
once
have
the-
damn good food.
No, when they're done, they have the biggest feast of like.
of dirt.
It's like an
Because
Amish
everything
holiday.
else is evil.
This
Because they're
guy
stuck in the
It's the
1880s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, they
Yeah.
literally put lard in absolutely everything they cook. It's all lard.
okay with
They
that.
put lard in their dirt.
And their
That's
tractors.
how they make stuff grow.
That-
Lard dirt!
That's how they run their tractors. Is they just fill it with pig fat.
I'm just thinking a bowl of lard and dirt mixed together. It's just so terrible.
That's the Paula
true.
Dean of the
Yeah.
Amish.
But that's what
You
they
know, that would
like.
be an awesome live action sketch.
It's a
Am-
new age
Amish
mud
Paula
pie.
Dean.
Amish
There you
Paula
go.
Dean. We're gonna make my most
dirt gravy.
favorite dish of all time: lard pudding. Lard and dirt. First, you scoop up some fresh earth from the ground.
Preferably a farm field.
Slaughter your pig. Just squeeze the juices right out of him.
Milk the
I
pig.
guess that's how lard
Ring
works.
it out like an old dirty chopper.
What they would do in
And
cartoons.
whisk, mixing together.
It's rendered.
Whisk
pig
it
fat.
up, and then you've got to use your hands. Get your hands in there nice and good. And you've got
And you
lard.
just
I'm gonna
scoop
say, then
it,
you got
put it
lard
right
fat.
in your
Then you got
mouth.
lard pudding.
You just scoop it up and put it right in your mouth.
That's not where
You don't
that's
even need a spoon.
Almost where I thought you were going with this. Today I'm gonna make my favorite dish, lard pudding. First you take a bowl, you put your lard in the bowl, And that's it. Blood pudding.
And sometimes, if you want to get real fancy, go out behind the go out in the backyard and get the chamber pot. Pour that right in there, gives it that extra kick.
Literally kicks you. Things grow in that
Yeah.
chamber pot and they kick you.
Because your cousin fell in. And he's trying to get out. He's been in there for a week.
Why do I still chocolate?
Zebediah, I thought we excommunicated you.
No, I just fell into the outhouse. Bird fancy.
Bird fancy.
Ooh, it's not funny anymore.
Oh, dude. Casey, you weren't there for this, and neither were Kyle or Stacy. But Wes went to the open mic
Did.
with me on Tuesday,
Oh yeah.
and I introduced him to Steve Sudia, the host of the mic.
Who, for some reason, I can't picture in my head, thus I can't draw him on Greatest Hits.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I don't know why. Some people are just like that for me.
Yeah.
I have video that I took, and he's on that, so I
Alright.
could do some of that.
Because I have to animate the thing that Keith Paradise was talking about when they went to New York.
Oh, that is great. Yeah, that's a good moment.
I should say you
But,
didn't miss out on what's his face.
I introduced Wes to Steve Sudia as Keith Lowe's nephew, and he lost his shit.
I broke him.
He did.
He did.
I told him stories, and he just had to sit in the corner. Just,
Oh, I was really hoping you would act exactly like him.
Bird fancy.
No.
I drive them trucks.
Steve, I'd like you to meet Keith Lowe's nephew, Wes. Well, how you doing?
So, rode my truck in today.
I flew in with my truck today.
Picked up latest issue of Bird Fancy.
And ordered a
Got my
7
and
and
cat
7.
fan.
Got my 7 and 7.
that's about it. I'm right plain and don't like to be flamboyant.
Okay.
Dude, the mic on Tuesday was fucking racist.
It was.
It
terrible.
was! Oh my god.
Kyle and I told Kyle
I'm really
about
sad I
it.
can't
or
go this semester.
Oh,
'Cause I have
Riley and I were telling Kyle about it yesterday when we were out.
God.
And I've come to the conclusion that in any open mic, the last 2 weeks of January is just complete racial mic time.
Yeah, it's getting it all out before
Yeah.
Black History Month.
Yeah.
And you can't
we
say
live
anything.
in South Central Pennsylvania. There's no way you're
Yeah.
going to avoid that sort of thing.
Well, you don't need that the South
Yeah.
Central
No,
part.
but
It
this was-
is just pencil.
This was pretty bad.
Everybody either had fuck. I forget what I told you.
Words. There was a couple of words. They might have ended at some point.
There was either, well, Black History Month is coming up, or just
Okay,
black
okay,
people in
that's
general. Everybody had one. You
Everybody.
had one.
I had one.
Yours was fucking funny.
But I don't do that
What was
kind
yours?
of
I forget.
humor, so I have to kind of disguise it like I'm going to.
Yeah.
And it was about how I'm not one to hate certain races, but a 5K is just too long.
Yeah.
That was the greatest fucking thing of the
Awesome.
year.
That's good.
That is good. I love that joke.
And here's the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got enough Mike and Ike's game?
He got
I'm
plenty.
No, absolutely not.
That's why I said now he's got the rest of them.
Unlike our good friend Mike Valek,
God
Who,
damn, Alec.
who was just
Oh, what did he do now?
well. I'll
we
tell
don't
you
need
what.
to go in it. It was just
He
awful.
started with an actual joke that was funny.
It was.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
He seems like he has his moments.
He does, and that
Sort
night
of.
he had one
He had one
30
really good
second
one.
moment.
Keith and I looked at each other and went, "He just
He made it funny.
a real joke.
Yeah.
Like that's good." And it
All
was
of a sudden,
about
the
how
world implodes.
It did.
Yeah, it was about how his sister or something told him they needed to lose weight. He could do things like pull up, push-ups
And crunches.
or crunches. So of course he went to the store and got those push-up pops and Nestle Crunches. Seems to be working out so far. It was very funny, and then he got racist as fuck.
And,
Yeah,
and
he
it was
started off
like
here, and
something
all of a
just
sudden-
snapped.
He made
Yeah.
Jabri Lee walk out.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh my God.
He put his arms up. He's like, and out the door he went.
Because
And he just
There-
stands there laughing like that was funny right there.
there have been
Oh, thank you.
racist comments made, and the black people there,
Yeah.
they don't really care.
No,
No,
Yeah.
because they know they mean no harm.
But everybody had one.
Yeah. I thought it was funny, but it was still sad when Jabri went up. He was wearing a hoodie that was the Black Power Ranger.
Uh-huh.
And he says, man, I was really looking forward to wearing this tonight. Now just Valak just shot that to hell.
Yep.
Was Wes Williams there?
He was not.
He's
No,
my
he
new
was not.
favorite.
He's very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Shane Gillis blew it out of the park again.
Oh, of course he did.
He always will. Every week he'll do it.
Yep. Every week.
Who is the old guy that
Ben
Ben
T.
Steckler?
Yeah.
Stacy, the opening in your pants looks like a vagina.
That's why she said she has easy access to her Mike and Ike's.
I kind of zoned out during his set.
Everybody does.
Yeah, but I looked at Riley.
Make some chew.
I looked at Riley and I pulled out my phone, and like I did with you about the camera case.
Yeah.
I just typed something. I slid my phone over. It was, and I said, "I'm not drunk at all. I'm not drunk enough at all for this."
No. Yeah, I don't know if he can be. Steckler has hardly ever been like that funny.
But
I
I don't blame him, considering he's a cartoonist. And
Yeah.
His
his
actually
cartoons are great.
We found a cartoon on the table at the end of the night that he had drawn of like the dog on the stripper pole.
And it's funny.
With like 6 tits and it's
Yep.
fun. It was actually very funny, and I gave it to Keith Paradise. I said, "Don't lose this because this
And
is
I took
awesome."
a picture of it.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't have it with me though.
Like, I imagine the joke, because like his jokes
They're funny.
on stage are funny if they were cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cartoonist, and that's where he draws all his humor from, and that's where it will always be funny.
Because-
Stand-up comedy, not so much.
Yeah,
but in
because he
cartoons,
has-
he's
because
great.
you have to literally see it.
Yeah.
You can't just
The
picture it.
voice of Ben T. Steckler is exactly the same every time he gets up. He gets up, cocks his head back really far, and
Yes.
goes, you know,
Yep.
whoop.
He
That's
does have this
exactly it.
weird head twitch thing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I never really paid that much attention to that.
Neither did I.
I always thought that he was like Maroney's dad. If anybody,
Maybe
yeah,
it's a
if any-
stepdad.
yeah, exactly. That's what Maroney's gonna look like in like 20 years.
He's already what? I don't even know how old he is.
We really just need
He
to
is
start...
37. Maroney is Maroney is the same age as Keith Paradise.
No,
shit.
no, I
Isn't
meant
that
Ben.
scary?
I meant Ben.
Oh, Steckler? I don't fucking
He's
know.
like 50.
Yeah, he's like 52 or something.
When
Yeah.
you said 37, I thought you meant Ben, and my eyes
Oh
shot
God,
wide.
no, yeah.
He's looking not so good for 30.
We really need to start recording these comedians so people can see them for themselves. Otherwise, we're just spraying out
I probably have
jokes.
pictures of all of them on my computer.
I can get video.
You should post them on the group
The group
chat group cast page.
Group chat crab
Group cry.
page.
group chat crab cakes.
Sounds
Get them while they're
delicious.
hot.
I would eat
Oh,
them.
God. Yeah, but oh my God, like I was saying, fucking, I'm surprised and a little disappointed that Keith isn't doing bigger venues or anything.
He's working
Because-
on it.
He, I think that.
He's one of the best.
Well, yeah, it's a known fact that he's fucking great as shit. But I think just
actually, he
his,
fucks pretty mediocrely, apparently,
His-
according to him.
Mediocrely.
his
Mediocrely, that's a word.
just sheer and utter hatred for everybody. Like, if you were to get him on like a TV set of some sort, and the guy or any guy before him just does something Valak like, or just pisses Keith off in
Yeah.
general, he would have a great set.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's like the male version of Lisa Lampanelli.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yes.
Because I
I think they should do a
Except-
roast together.
Not as vulgar.
Except, yeah, I was gonna say, he doesn't go up and goes, I want to talk about everyone who has gone on stage already. Mike Valak! Let me tell you about Mike Valak.
yeah.
Valak.
Now,
Pretty good impression, actually.
Yeah, it was.
I assume that he has like a set list of stuff that he wants to do.
Valak?
No.
No.
Oh, Keith? Yeah, he does. He never does
But
it. Never.
he never
No.
does because there's always something that pisses him off about something in the room or someone that went
And he
before
took a
him
good 3 or 4 minutes just
Yeah.
on Mike.
Uh-huh.
And Mike's laughing,
the whole time.
but he really means it.
Yeah.
He's saying it like he doesn't, but
Yeah.
he fucking
And
means
so
it.
did Steve. At the end, he just sat down,
Mhm.
and it was just a
And
whole
he just
monologue.
laughed as he's walking out the door, and we're like, no, we really mean it.
Yeah.
No, we really mean that we want you to die.
Yeah.
We're not kidding.
Yeah.
I don't. What did Studio say? Something like, I don't hope that that I kill you. I just hope that you die somehow.
Yeah.
No, he's saying, I don't hope you kill yourself,
Oh yeah, I'll try to.
but I just hope you die in some accident. I don't know what. He's died in an accident.
Now, speaking of comedians,
Yeah.
And
my
the
God.
big headline of Tuesday night.
That he's
Oh
comedian.
man. Okay, so our good old drug-riddled pal, Heath Walkemeyer, was not there on Tuesday night.
He was not. We were all
unfortunately.
saddened.
We were sad, and then we found
thought he
out
died.
that
We
thought
did thought he died.
again.
We did thought he'd die.
And then we found out why Heath wasn't there, and it was because he was busy at home making a brand new bread outfit to debut on his America's Got Talent audition.
And that bread suit.
In that bread suit. Did you see the picture of the bread suit?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the one. I think it looks the worst out of all of them, honestly.
Well, the lady thought it looked like a 5-year-old
Well,
did it.
Yeah.
I don't think we've talked about it on the show before, but we've been making this sort of image in our heads for a while that Heath Walkemeyer will go on to America's Got Talent
Yep.
and get through maybe 3 rounds
Yeah.
just because of how ridiculous he is.
Yeah.
We'll say he's gonna be like the shebang guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask you people. I asked this to Wes and Riley yesterday.
Uh-huh.
It's possible, but not likely.
Yeah.
What would all of you do if he won?
Shoot myself in the
Be
face.
pissed
Oh.
beyond reasonable.
I would join
It's
Keith in the
unfathomable,
bathtub.
honestly.
I would
Yeah.
join Keith in the bathtub.
It's rather
Yeah.
unfathomable.
With the toaster and the hairdryer
Yeah.
and the television set.
Comedy
And the
Central
gun.
presents
And the gun.
Heath Walkemeyer.
Yeah, that was another thing we talked about. At first, I'm like,
inbred.
at first, I'm like, all right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
chase that
join
block
Keith in the
shit.
bathtub. And then we talked about it, and he said, Kyle said, you know, I would really like to see that to him to make it big, just so we could see the Comedy Central roast of Heath Walkemeyer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right.
And then I turned around like, no, yeah, I like the sound of that. I want to see him do it.
But you know what's going to happen? One of those comedians who, if that happens, is going to come up and do it and pull a Steve and be like, "You guys realize we're all making fun of a retarded guy, right?"
Yeah.
And they get Steve. Steve, come
Do you think the fame will get to his head and he'll start doing drugs?
He's far past
More? Yeah, more.
that. I'll have to do
What do you
more
mean
of that.
more?
Do you? No. The better question: do you think the fame will go to his head and he'll stop doing drugs and actually become funny?
Oh my god.
He'll be like the opposite
No.
of everything.
And then no.
I think he has more of a chance to.
No,
I think it's
he'll
more
stop-
likely he'll win.
He'll
than-
stop doing drugs. No, he wins America's Got Talent.
Uh-huh.
He gets a couple Comedy Central specials.
Yeah. A couple.
Now
How many
hear me.
bread jokes can you make?
He stops.
I don't
or
know.
three.
Have you
Like,
heard his
2 or
bad
3
jokes?
at most.
He stops doing drugs. He actually becomes funny,
Yeah.
and then he just loses everything
Yeah.
because he's not retarded anymore.
He'll be like the opposite of
Yeah.
every comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he
kicks the
stops-
bread suit and he's like,
Yeah,
shouldn't have done that.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't go. He goes.
yeah.
He tries to do
It's
like
more
a
of a
Christmas
sigh,
special
yeah.
in a Christmas tree shoot. So he does the Christmas Heath song, and then after that,
Christmas Heath.
everything
Oh god,
is silent.
Christmas.
I actually thought of that.
Like that was the only
Oh,
good joke.
man, that'd
Yeah.
be hilarious. I imagine that Heath Walkemeyer's story on America's Got Talent is going to be like that homeless guy with the radio voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with. I guess I agree. I don't know.
I guess.
Fuck you. I don't know words. But
I don't know words.
what Keith said when he imagines that Heath is going to walk out on stage in his bread suit,
Yeah.
and Howard Stern is going to look at him and be like, "Okay, I'm interested to see where this is going," and then he just walks out and goes, "Aha, I'm inbred." Aha, and Howard Stern just gets up. He's like, "I love it. I want you on my show." And then one morning, Keith is just going to be driving to work. And he hears, "Ah, inbred" on the Howard Stern show.
Yeah.
Drives off the bridge. That's it. And I'm like, that's fucking funny. It's sad and terrible, but that's fucking funny.
Yeah, it really is.
Speaking of funny,
Oh,
I
my
have
God.
something to talk about.
Because we weren't saying funny
I want to
things
mention one
before
other last
that.
thing that I actually have another comedian friend who tried out
Oh yeah.
in Baltimore. I don't know how he did. I haven't heard anything, but I actually have 2 comedians that I'm rooting for on whenever that episode
There you
airs.
go.
That's very cool.
Seinfeld is coming back for one show.
Really?
Yep.
What?
Not like I care, but really?
Jerry Seinfeld and the guy who plays George, I can't remember his name.
Jason Alexander.
There you go. Have confirmed that they are going to do a once and done show, and
And watch it turn into another series.
How long of an episode?
Just normal length.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Isn't that what,
Should be
half
like
an
an
hour?
hour. It should be an hour
Yeah,
episode.
they confirmed it. They said that some other people from the show are going to come back on, but they didn't say who.
Okay.
They just said some of them.
Surprise.
Well, you know who. You could guess 2 of them.
Newman.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
we
could
need
guess
Newman.
3 of them. I was going to say
Soup
Julia
Nazi.
Louis-Dreyfus and Michael Richards, obviously.
It should be a Seinfeld movie.
Oh my
You
god.
know!
Well, they did the B movie.
It could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
On top of a box of animal crackers with a grass blade.
What's the deal with the flower field?
I don't know if we mentioned this or not, but that was actually in the movie.
Oh, dude.
Someone I know watched the movie before, and they're like, yeah, that actually did happen.
That is amazing. Have you ever realized that Jerry Seinfeld is just kind of lazy with coming up with titles for things?
Yeah.
You know, he was in the greatest sitcom ever about what do we want to make? What do we want to title the show? Well, what's it about? What's it about me, Seinfeld? We'll call it Seinfeld. We're done. I want to be in a movie. Well, what's the movie about? Well, it's like a B movie.
Bees.
B movie, done. I want to create a web series. Well, what's it going to be about? It's going to be about comedians in cars getting coffee. Comedians in cars getting coffee, done. Ship that fucker.
Ship it.
Oh my god.
You'd think somebody as funny as that would be able to come up with more clever titles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever watched comedians in cars getting coffee?
No.
Oh my god, it's funny as fuck. I
He
watched
sent me a
like
good one with Brian Regan.
I
that
watched
need
like
to see.
5 episodes
Brian
yesterday.
Regan goes up to get coffee. Can I get some coffee?
I want it medium.
I watched episodes with Patton Oswalt,
Oh god.
Jay Leno,
Partner.
Brian Regan,
Moonface.
Michael Richards, and somebody else. I don't remember somebody else.
I
But
love that guy.
they're really good, man. They're all good. They're I mean, it's if any of you guys, which I think you all have been in a car with like me and Keith going to a show or something, that is what it is. It's just comedic
Oh
bullshit.
my god.
Yeah,
Whole way
Stacey hasn't, so that should
Lennon,
happen.
it's Jesus! It's Jesus!
Oh, it's incredible though. I mean, it's great.
One of my favorite
Check it out.
comedians
Watch
of
it.
all time is Dimitri Martin.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorites just because, like, here's a set that he did once. He says, when we're introducing people to other people, it's really weird the way we say things. Like, hey, this is Frank. Do you know how weird that is? Hey, who's that? Who's this? Oh, this is Frank. So I can't remember anything else, but just the way he says that. Or, like, when you answer the phone, who is this? This is Dimitri. You don't say that in real life. Like, hey, who are you? This is Dimitri.
I like it.
Yeah, something.
Yes, that's his dog.
Yeah. Hello, Earth. Yes, this is Cal.
That's similar to what I want to do when I go to Arby's next. How well at least
Yes, this is Wes.
at least
Yes,
the
this is Sanjay.
Wes,
one
this is
the one in
Yes.
Gettysburg. No matter how many people are there, it could be empty, it could be packed.
Uh-huh.
They ask for a name for the ticket,
Uh-huh.
and I want to give them Spartacus. And they go, Spartacus, and I stand up and go, I'm Spartacus! To see how
And
many people
somebody
can
else,
stand
no,
up.
I'm
I want to
Spartacus.
see how
And
many
then somebody
people I
else
can
is
get
like,
to do
no,
it.
this is Patrick.
Can we film that?
Hey, we're going to Gettysburg.
No, Lenny, you know what you
Arby's
should
in
do?
Gettysburg afterwards.
You should have it say Batman. And it's like, order for Batman. Oh, come over the food.
That's a series everyone should watch.
It
Yes,
is.
it
I
is.
showed it to Amber and Danny at the same time, and they both died.
Everyone I've ever showed has died.
That's
watching
why
it.
they're not here now.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Never forget.
We got about 6
We're
or
terribly
7
sorry for the
episodes
things we
in,
have done.
like nonstop.
Yeah.
And Dan is just
Watch
like,
the marathon.
stupidest shit I've ever seen. Get it away from me. Get it away from me. Just get it away from me.
It's not stupid. It's good. It's good.
I love it.
It's good.
I'm Spider-Man.
I come over the house. Why you come
I
over
can't have several
my
arms
house?
at once.
Well, one of them's a foot. That's the thing.
He rubs his chin with his foot.
Yeah, that's oh my
I
god.
come over, and then he
visuals
slurps
are
the
great.
spider web
Yeah.
like spaghetti.
He's got there's a thought bubble with rah, rah, rah.
Rah, 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 rah. And then they feed it. They put Spider-Man in another
Yeah.
and feed him. Rah, 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 rah. And he's just going in circles. His foot goes over his head. It's just his legs and his arms are going in circles with
could
his
watch
body,
that
so they just
forever.
My
rotate.
favorite sight gag, which is going to be really hard to describe on an audio podcast.
Right.
Yes.
The one where Spider-Man shoots a web at his stomach and pulls his head out through his stomach.
Yeah.
I come over the house.
I love that part. There's going to be a Let's Play coming up. I don't know what it is going to be, but I'm going to yell that when I'm about to do some sort of Leroy Jenkins shit. I come over the house. That'll be amazing.
I come over to food.
Yeah, by the way,
Speaking of food,
I didn't.
Hungry.
Sorry. She mentioned food. She mentioned food, and I don't know why food made me think of this, but my mom was looking for a recipe for carrot cake one day, and I was looking through one of her ancient recipe books, trying to help her find it, and I found a recipe for clam cake.
Clam
cake!
Clam cake.
Oh
Nice.
no!
We should make it and give it to Keith. Here you go, Keith. Your own
What
clam
exactly
cake.
is in clam cake? Other than the obvious.
I didn't want to look because I was afraid to see, 5 fresh vaginas.
Why would you put
How
a vagina
old?
in a
Now,
cake?
how old was
Freshly
this?
sliced.
How old was this cookbook?
It's from the 70s, duh.
Actually, I'm thinking more of like the 50s.
I'm just thinking
okay.
70s because
Well,
the joy of sex and...
Because when my grandmother died, we went through her house and we found my great grandmother's cookbook from like early 1900s and shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of measurements
Yeah.
those people used back then?
Big.
A half farthing.
Yeah,
In
the shit
orchard,
that nobody knows what it
in
is,
orchard of cherries.
or is completely immeasurable.
I
Put
want
in a
funnel's
smidgen
worth.
of
A
butter.
drum
What the
of-
fuck is a smidgen?
Well, now it's chocolate.
Yeah.
It's 3 pinches.
Who the
Yeah.
fuck let Gavin write this?
I know. Seriously, you hit it right. 3 pinches of sugar. What the fuck much is a pinch?
A pinch, you go,
Pinch.
it's a fucking pinch.
You go,
We all know that measurement.
Yeah.
But it's
We,
really
we want a sprinkle of faggotry.
I had a crab apple's worth.
how much, I want to know how much
A
racism
drum of cake.
was in that.
I know.
You just need a drum of cake.
A schmeg.
How much is a
schmeggo.
drum?
A schmegma?
A smegma. That's even smaller than a pinch.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's a magnifying glass. You go
You gotta shave it off.
with a razor blade because it's so tiny.
I need you to cut this meat into Mr. Smith sizes.
Yeah. All
Alright, you need to keep these Mike and Ike's away from me. I'm gonna eat the whole damn box.
The box is way
Now, in
over
order to
there.
make
You need to stop
Use
going
the
over.
same amount of butter that
I
Gladys
could grab him off the
uses.
couch. He's
What?
got like
Go over to my
Who
house.
the fuck is Gladys?
You
Go over
like
to
have
our
to,
house.
you
and
have
go
to
grab
drive like
some.
6 hours upstate to a gravesite.
Yeah.
And
It says
Gladys,
on the-
how
it
much
says on the
butter did you
gravesite-
It
use?
says on the tombstone.
It says on the
1
tombstone.
cup. Oh. All right.
I drove 6 hours for that.
well,
Damn it!
Speaking of morbid things, I have solitaire on my phone, and between every game,
Wait, what is
Wait,
the
no,
connection
no,
here?
no. I want to see how this connects.
What?
and between each game, I get a like some kind of ad for like a game or something. And one of my ads that popped up was a Ouija board. And it says, car dealerships don't want you to know these easy tips on how to take care of your car if it's more than 3 years old. But there's
With
a
the
Ouija
devil.
There's a fucking Ouija board for the background, and I'm like, what's the connection with the go outside at 7 and
Be worm.
you go be worm. You go stay at dad, you go be worm.
Go wash your car at 7 in the afternoon.
Don't use these tricks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Satan
It's
has
the new song by
Yeah.
Panic at the Disco.
Satan has no account for time. He doesn't care. Anyway,
Oh, man.
I like to back up. We were talking about
Sorry.
Batman and Spider-Man aren't really superheroes, but
Right.
almost.
Spider-Man.
I'm over the house.
Shut up!
Pass me some Mike.
I want Jesse Eisenberg is going to be Lex Luthor in one of the upcoming Superman movies.
Oh, it should have been Bryan Cranston.
I get it.
The
Okay,
fuck?
I get it. It's
Yeah.
okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, makes sense.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Told you it's gonna happen.
I don't know who
No!
that is. What was it? What else is he? in?
He's like he's
I can see it.
fuck. He kind of looks like Michael Cera.
Michael Cera.
I don't know how to
Sarah.
pronounce his last
Michael
name.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Like that.
Yeah.
The
Michael
guy,
Cera
the guy
missed.
who looks like he just
Michael
wandered
Cera
on,
missed.
on
Yeah.
stage, and everybody's like, I guess we can.
Yeah.
do it."
Jesse Eisenberg played Mark Zuckerberg in the Facebook.
Oh yeah, he does
Yeah.
look like Michael Cera.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Now I'm confused. Why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Triple Brian Cranston. We really should have.
I think
We
it
have
should
to
have.
cook! Superman! We have to cook!
Every
think
time I say that, it gets louder.
I think a good choice would have been Ron Perlman because
Ron Perlman sounds like the name of a newscaster.
it
It
kind of
is.
does.
Hello, I'm Ron Perlman. Welcome to 6 o'clock news.
He was the voice of
He says it like that to her wall.
he was the voice of Slade in Flashpoint
Oh.
Paradox and Teen Titans.
That's awesome.
He's the voice of the Lich in Adventure Time.
Oh,
And
nice.
he was
he's
something
He's
else.
got a nice. Yeah, that.
Is he
would
an
work
Uncle
out.
Grandpa?
I forget what else he did.
Never
He-
Fuck
he's-
that show.
He was also on Sons of Anarchy, but just like those points. Oh, he was Sinestro. He was the voice of Sinestro in the Green Lantern animated adventures on Cartoon Network last year.
I've seen none of those things.
But just those things, like he's got a great voice. They gotta clean him up a lot because he's kind of
Because he's tarnished.
a little bit.
Tarnished.
He looks kind of bad.
You're gonna make the whole table collapse.
He-
I should have
he-
put these all in my pocket.
Honestly, he looks kind of bad, like face-wise. But
His face looks bad, but the rest of him's okay.
He doesn't
Like-
look so good in the face area.
His face is just melted.
like
Oh.
the build that he has and the voice that he has and
His face is made
Dad
out
voice.
of silly putty,
Yeah.
and the kids just
Yeah.
play with it.
the acting that he does, I think he would be a pretty decent Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor.
But Jesse fucking Eisenberg, holy shit,
Yeah, I don't know about that.
that's almost as bad a decision as making fucking Ben
Don't say
Affleck
it.
Batman.
God damn it! I would wish people would just shut up.
Yeah, I
So
don't
here's
care.
the thing about people. Here's the thing I think.
Here's the thing about people.
Here's the thing about people.
There's a lot of
them.
Here's what I think about bad.
That's the
casting
new credits.
choices. I always, whenever there's a really bad casting choice, or by general, I always want to see just what it looks like, just in case it ends up being a good idea. Just in case.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason why at least I and I believe most people have complaints is because they've seen these actors in other movies before, and it goes back to what we were talking about last week
Yeah.
about typecast.
That was a great episode. I
Yeah.
would say. It's one of the
That
best.
was.
It-
I listened to that.
It goes back to typecasting. Like you've seen these people do these certain things before, and then to pick them up out of that context and drop it into something else,
Yeah, it's a little weird.
like it's terrifying.
One of the hardest things to do in cinema is make a good bad guy.
Yeah,
Put the pen down.
It really is. To be
That's
evil
why-
in a movie
They
is one
should
of the
just
hardest
hire
things.
Joaquin Phoenix. He's good in everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
According, was it you or Cassie that
Cassie
was
said
defending
that.
him? Yeah. I'm not saying he's bad. I just haven't seen him in a lot of movies. Other
He
than
was in Walk the Line.
he was in Walk the Line.
Yeah, I did
remember.
actually look at his filmography. I don't know many of the movies that he was
Yeah.
in, but apparently he's really good.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe a year ago, I talked about how Microsoft is trying to create their own holopad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're starting testing on this thing they're calling the Microsoft Omni.
I'm
Basically,
with the Microsoft omelet.
the Microsoft Omelet.
It'll be delicious.
It'll be delicious.
Coming fourth quarter 2015.
And cheesy.
The
And it will be
Microsoft Omelet now
$2,000.
features Kinect.
Well, I saw a video on it, and what it was, it's like a bowl like this. I know you guys can't. You
I
guys
can picture
listen
a
to
bowl.
this, it.
I
It's
know
a
what a
bowl.
bowl looks like.
Yeah,
It's
Very-
a bowl you eat
a-
cereal out of.
Varying shapes of angle.
It turns out that we have listeners in Africa. I don't know what a bowl or cereal is.
or a cereal.
but
What's a cereal?
it's kind of hard to just. It's got like treads on on 8 different directions around the bowl, and you walk as if you're like trying to walk forward. It's not like a treadmill. Because that was the idea originally, but it's not exactly a treadmill. It's like
Isn't that Oculus Rift?
what?
That's
What?
the name of it?
No, Oculus Rift is the thing that you wear on your head.
Oh.
And it's like digital reality or whatever.
Doesn't that come with like the treadmill thing too?
No.
Oh.
It's just headgear.
So it just move.
Oh.
You're just moving in a bowl.
Yeah,
Well,
you're standing.
what
Yeah,
Oculus
you're
Rift
standing
is it's goggles that instead of your TV, you just see, like, you turn it.
It's
Yeah.
like virtual
That-
boy
that-
without the
that's-
suck.
Yeah, exactly. Oh
Yeah.
I've seen this thing before.
But
Yeah,
the
it's-
HoloPad is they're actually trying to render a more realistic
Well,
3D space
here's
for you
how
to maneuver.
here's how it
Uh-huh.
works. Because you got the
I'm
bowl,
just
and it's,
picturing a treadmill in a bowl shape. Like, walking
yeah,
up
but it's
and down
not a treadmill.
bowl.
It's like it. I guess what it does is it like detects your movements on where you are.
Yeah.
And it's got these two bars that spin around.
So from now on,
It's
whenever
got-
you watch movies, you have to stand in a bowl.
it's got you like harnessed in. It's got these two
Oh, I don't
bars
wanna
that are
be in
attached
that.
and spins around wherever you're looking.
You're
And it
trapped
has-
in this bowl, but
and
here's your movie.
and it's got like the guy who's using it is holding like generic gun for
thought you were
generic
saying, like, jelly
first-person
beans or
shooter.
something.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, I think it would be
And
awesome.
the TV goes all the way around or whatever.
You,
It's
you're,
like-
you're strapped into a bowl and you're watching a movie and a giant pours a bowl of cereal and you start to freak the fuck out because you think you're the cereal.
yeah.
And then,
I don't want to watch this anymore.
Not the milk.
and then, like
There
you
comes
said,
the
like Lucky
spoon.
Charms.
like we said, the Kinect has to be involved,
Yeah.
and the people watching
By
through the
features
Kinect,
connect, it means requires
Yeah.
Kinect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the people watching through the Kinect are just flipping shit. They're becoming self-aware, fucking Skynet! Run around throwing clipboards and shit and knocking over
But yeah.
fucking filing
Yeah, I guess
cabinets
they
for no
throwing
reason.
They're
clams.
starting beta testing
Throws
with
clams.
that. So,
Throwing
what
clams.
do you guys think about that?
Seems interesting. I know it's
I've
gonna
got
be
my
good for
opinion
like
out.
2 games.
I don't want to be strapped into a bowl, forced to watch
Well,
something.
the military is currently developing technology for virtual realities,
Right.
as such. So,
That'd be highly
Virtual
beneficial
war
for
that you
that.
fight from the comfort of your bedroom.
Yeah.
because they can make more
what it is
realistic
already.
simulations with virtual reality than a paintball field
Yeah.
because it's
Could you
programming.
imagine fighting a war over Skype?
Wouldn't that be something?
We're gonna get you. Now, if we get you first,
Fucking
And then
lags.
You're,
America won today.
you've got Marine One being trained.
Afghanistan lost signal.
You've got Marine One being trained so that their information on digital president, who's a what's it's in the middle, and
Woo!
And-
I
and-
voted for him.
yeah, I did too. I love his stand on
Who's a what's a
everything.
middle?
Yeah.
And you're walking down, and then like you see the invading force, and they program to do their stuff, and then they just stop mid movement, and they just like
Hop.
move around like paper mache.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
This isn't working like virtual reality anymore.
That says the girls.
All right.
Yay!
Now, not to burst everybody's technology bubble, but do you know that a couple years ago, Stephen Hawking
What?
disproved time travel?
Impossible.
Do you know how he disproved time travel?
He
Couldn't
walked.
do it.
Yeah.
I remembered something really simple and stupid.
He
Oh, is this the one where it's like if we had
threw-
time travel, we would have already been told about it before?
No, he threw a party for time travelers.
Oh, that's
yeah.
yeah, I remember
And
that.
then
one.
invited everybody the next day,
Yeah.
and because nobody showed up to the party, there must not be any time travelers. How scientific is that, huh?
It is very
Yeah.
scientific.
You know,
I like that.
And now there's a girl in the world smarter than him.
He used it to disprove time travel, but I think it more proves that even time travelers don't want to go to a party with Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
I mean, how exciting can it be? There's no dancing.
Wait, no, I
Well,
think
there might be the robot,
I
but
think I
beyond
know-
that, there's no...
I know what he did wrong.
There's nothing.
He hosted the party at his house. He should have done it at Playboy Mansion.
No, I wouldn't have gone there.
I would.
You wouldn't know.
Well, you're not a time traveler.
You,
Oh, you
don't
know-
know that. I
you
had
know-
third graders believe yesterday I was an alien,
Oh,
and I
that's
didn't
true,
even
you
tell
didn't.
them
Now
this.
Those are
this-
third graders. They'll believe anything.
Now,
They thought it was out of nowhere. They're just like, "You're an alien." I'm like,
this doesn't necessarily disprove time travel.
"Of course it doesn't."
But one thing that I think it does support is that maybe it was just possible that because they're time travelers, they saw that nobody showed up, so they decided, well, if nobody else is showing
Yeah.
up, then I'm not going to either. Time traveler Cindy's not going to be there, then.
Time travelers.
I've got other
Here's
places
what
to
I
be.
think happened. Here's what I think happened.
Like the Civil War. Yeah.
Stephen Hawking was
Like
sitting
the
alone in his
Civil War.
house. He's got like a few crappy birthday decorations up or whatever, like party decorations.
He's got a party hat on.
Yeah, he's
sideways.
got a party hat on. His computer's covered in streamers, and all of a sudden you're whoa, whoa. And Peter Capaldi walks out and is like, no one will ever believe you, and walks back.
Didn't sound like the TARDIS.
That's what I was thinking.
Actually, something interesting, speaking of Doctor Who. There are people on Tumblr who are literally trying to prove that the Doctor is real.
Uh-huh.
And referring to...
That's not surprising.
I know. Well, back in
Please stop. Please, internet, stop. Just stop.
Stop
We're
being
very
the internet.
disappointed in you.
No,
Be something else.
apparently back... I don't know if it was like caveman time or just back long time ago. There was this kind of like a cave painting done where these people are standing in between what looks like the TARDIS.
Uh-huh.
They're like, he's real. There's the Doctor. He was there. And just all these other things where people are like, oh my god, I never thought of that. Oh my god, the Doctor's so real. Yeah.
That's totally a TARDIS in between.
I think those people are
Stick figure
retarded.
paintings.
Retardist?
Yeah.
It's not the TARDIS, it's
It's
retardist.
a fucking tree. Jesus Christ.
But it was shaped like a box and it had windows.
It's a fucking tree with a hole in it.
It's a fucking tree with windows. Have you
Come
ever
on,
seen
guys.
one?
Tree houses.
Where the squirrels live.
Yeah.
Those time-traveling squirrels. That's where they're from.
Well, I gotta say, I don't know if it was a tree, but it definitely wasn't a TARDIS.
Yeah.
Because I mean...
Because I've seen them all
It
the
was
time.
just a
and it
regular
was-
phone booth.
I gotta tell you.
Yeah, they were just standing beside a regular phone booth. It wasn't the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Which is a shape-shifting spaceship that got stuck as a police box.
Yeah.
'Cause
Because
it
they had such a low budget.
Well, it was £10 an episode. What are you going to do with that? The Daleks were cardboard.
Yeah.
There was
It's
fucking
fun-
cardboard. There
it's
was
funny
one
to
that
look-
was circular.
It's funny to look at those episodes back in the 70s and such.
I love watching them. I just
Just
watched
to
one.
see
I watched one
how-
the other night.
How terrible they are.
Yeah.
They had a fucking Kraken release in the background, and it takes this guy who looks like he should be on the can of green beans, and they're just pulling him, and he's just like, no! And he's in the swamp, no! And then the Doctor, he's sitting in a boat just like, huh. And he's just staring, and doesn't even do anything. The guy's, no! No! And he's just like,
The one I saw.
They released the Kraken, but then they bring him
they
back.
did not retrieve the Kraken.
The one that I saw, they were in an army base.
With the Brigadier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that entire episode.
But which one? There's several of them.
That particular episode was just a man walking into a room. Walking out.
Yes, yeah.
Because that's all. Because that's an Eddie Izzard joke.
It is,
Yeah,
yes.
Yep.
British cinema is just a man walking into a room. I'm sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
know you were there. It's just that. It's just what, Charles? It's nothing. I'll be on my way.
One of my favorites from the 70s was this guy who, there was this green slug thing wandering... Mike and Ike's attack. There was a green slug thing wandering around, and if you get a close peek, one of the guys gets touched by the slug, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna turn into a slug. And he has, and
That was his acting, too.
he's at a console somewhere, and you hear him go, and he pulls out his hand, it's wrapped in green bubble wrap, he's just like,
It's wrapped in green beans.
No, green bubble wrap, and then you see him later, and the top half of him is green bubble wrap with like a space helmet on. He's like, and then there's a giant fly, like huge, massive, like up to the ceiling fly that falls out on the Doctor and this guy named Harry, and there's like,
There's just this guy named Harry there.
no, seriously, it's just this guy named Harry. He's like, hello.
I think it'd be funnier if he was covered in green beans. He was
swear to
turning
God,
into the Jolly Green Giant.
No, and these fucking green bean things, they were doing this dance.
He's ho ho ho.
No, it's like
Why are we
turning
all
into a
talking about
werewolf.
Doctor Who from the 70s.
When someone,
Green
it's
beans.
like when someone turns into a werewolf, they like start howling. It's like when a guy turns into the Green Giant. Oh God, it's starting! Get away! Get away! Oh God!
I'm a green bean.
I imagine I'm kind of like the Incredible Hulk. It's not like don't make me angry. It's don't take me to a farmer's market.
I just wish I could. Did you see the one with the mummies?
I saw one.
There's one with these fucking mummies, and I wish that I could act it out
Fucking
so you could
mummies.
see it, but it's like they're karate chopping each other in slow motion, like... I seriously wish I could act it out. The one guy just chops at them like, ugh. And the other mummy goes,
Like lazily just.
yeah, that's how it was. and they're spinning, and they're like ice skating in the background, going like this in circles, whacking each other, while the other guy's like, I gotta melt this thing that looks like a red jelly bean, but it's really an eye of Horus. There was a red fucking giant jelly bean sitting in this thing.
That makes me think of an episode of Star Trek. It was one of the one with the
Gorn, and he's fighting the Gorn, and he just goes,
No! It's
That's
about the
funny.
jelly bean thing. It was one of the William Shatner episodes.
That's what I was talking about, too.
I don't remember what it was called because I was a kid when I watched it. But I was at a friend's house, and their dad was watching Star Trek, and we were out there watching it with him. And whatever it was that they were fighting basically looked like a giant meatloaf. and we were making
Not much of
meatloaf
a
jokes.
budget either.
The backbone of America.
I gotta know right now, do you love me? Meatloaf, I'm sorry.
My friend's dad, like he just reaches over and grabs the house phone. He's like, Scotty, beam me down a bottle of ketchup.
That's great.
But yeah.
Oh my god.
No, those were just as bad, too.
The thing about Green Giant, I just want to talk about something.
Fucking green beans.
I was in that band, Green Giant.
Oh, yeah, what was that hit song?
Green beans.
You guys just take the easy way out.
I know.
Creative. But no,
Green beans.
when I was a little kid, and I would go to the grocery store with my dad, we would be like walking down the aisles, and we'd get to like all the canned vegetables, and there'd be Green Giant there. And he'd just like look over and be like, "The Green Giant watches over his corn and peas." I just like look at him. I'm sorry, what? The Green Giant watches over his corn and peas.
We're not corn and peas.
What?
I'll corn his piece.
And he just like points to a can of peas. He's like, "See, there's the peas, there's the corn." He watches over his corn and peas.
What about his green beans?
Dad, are you retarded?
He smoked a lot of pot. So
Okay.
You started, I am.
what are you trying to say, son?
One day you're gonna be just like me.
Oh,
That's the
Green Newman.
I can't do it.
Just like me, Green Giant.
Who was attacked by
But
a
don't-
kraken in a swamp.
But don't take me to the farmer's market.
You won't like me when I'm at the farmer's market.
It's now time for life lesson with me, Green Giant. Life lesson number 47. Don't take me, Green Giant, to the farmer's market because bad things will happen. And I spend life lesson with me, Green Giant.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's Green Giant.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right, I get those two confused all the time.
I mean, one's 50 feet tall and green, and the other is
6 foot.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's pretty easy to describe him like that.
I fucked that up. I should have said the other is the Green Giant. That would have been funnier.
I love it. I don't know
Fucking
how many of you
medications.
have read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I need to.
I want to.
Yeah.
The one at one of the
one
first
episode.
Things, yeah, one of the first things they say, like before the story even starts, it's like about 2,000 years after a man was nailed to a tree for saying, "Why don't we all be nice for a change?"
No.
No, I freaking love the humor in those stories.
Yeah.
The one that's probably my favorite. I talked to you about this after the last Grapecast. There's a
I need to make those grapes.
Grapecast. It's the podcast for when the podcast.
No, we talked about it, and I said I'm going to Photoshop you guys into a bunch of grapes.
Available on the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes. Go
Where all the other
listen.
grapes go.
Go to the YouTubes. Groupcast.
But yeah,
Grapecast.
Grapecast.
It's grape.
Ho, ho, ho.
Very
Grape
grapes.
Giant.
Grapecast.
Such green beans. What else you guys know about green beans?
They're
What
great.
you know about green beans?
And they're bean
What
like.
time you said a green bean?
11.
That's all I know.
That should have been what?
4 o'clock.
No, should have been what green bean you said it was?
Queer like a clockwork orange.
That's
What
not
are you,
clear.
half a fag?
That's a good movie and book.
That's just terrible.
That's terrible. 4,500 today broke.
Oh my!
We're gonna hit 5,000 in no time.
On Tuesday was.
Let's count the views. 1, 2. We're gonna hit 5,000 before the end of the
Hold
month.
on, we have to call for outside help.
King.
We need your help.
I've never seen someone dial a
1.
fake phone like this.
2, 3. They do a telethon for raising money for charity. It's just count.
God.
It's just count.
How much money did we raise? 1, 2. We're gonna be here a while. 3,566,427.
Everybody's dead.
Oh my God!
And
Just
the
let this end.
doesn't stop. It just goes on till we like.
It goes up $1 more. Oh, another number. Let's count how many we have now. 1.
Oh, no, count.
Oh, this is the worst telethon
Everybody
ever.
in the studio is dead except Casey's dad. Like, I like this show. This is great. I love it.
Well, the count's still there because he's a vampire. Everybody else is dead.
Yeah, the vampire's already dead.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Well,
dead because it takes so long
they're
to
all
count
dead
that
because Count had to feed on them during intermission, so he could continue with his counting.
Let's count how many
But
blood
he
cells
didn't
on
want to
Stephen
catch the
Freeze.
retard.
What?
So he
He
didn't
didn't want to
yeah.
catch the retard.
Yeah.
Let's count.
Oh.
He's too fast.
You gotta go fast.
I always like. I like the joke that I made when the guy who voiced him died.
Oh.
Yeah,
It was, you know how old he was? 87. It's awful. Just awful.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. That's just
That's
terrible.
not durable. That's terrible.
Can
If
I
you
go
don't
back
buy
to what I was
durable,
trying to say
you
earlier?
buy
Buy
terrible.
Were you saying something earlier?
Tried to.
After the durable
We started
terrible
talking about the count.
and durable toilet paper.
The worst
If you don't
telephone.
buy durable,
You
you
buy
buy terrible.
Did we just cover that?
Maybe.
The fuck is going on? Am I in a time loop?
We're in a temporal
We're
loop.
in the TARDIS.
We're
That budget
Feels
is
funny
funny
anytime
way
you guys-
down now.
we're reproving the statement that time travel isn't real.
And it is because we time traveled to the last
Suck it,
episode.
Stephen Hawking.
Except he can't because he can't move.
Oh,
So you're kind of out of luck there.
He walked in the 70s.
Yes.
Once.
He was just born in a wheelchair.
And he got up and he's like, I can walk. No, I can't.
He just decided to walk out of spite.
Let me count the ways. 1, 2, 3.
What? Do any of you watch Big Bang Theory?
I hate
Not
Big Bang
anymore.
Theory.
Well, there was one thing that was about Stephen Hawking. It was really funny. They were talking about how he doesn't like to be proven wrong or beat or anything. So about some guy being in the Matrix that really wasn't in the Matrix.
Yeah.
And the guy who tried to prove him wrong, he found out that guy was right, and he got mad at him. So he threw a party, but didn't invite him. When he asked him the next day, his excuse was, "Your invitation must have gotten lost in the Matrix."
Yeah.
I figured out why that show isn't funny to me.
Oh, I love that show.
It's funny because
It's just a fucking laugh track.
It's just something. Well,
Because
yeah.
Penny's a
that's what-
whore.
It's
she's
something
not.
someone said on the internet, and I know.
Whoa.
Oh, they said that in the
You're
internet.
reaching into some
But
insightful shit now.
It was actually.
Isn't
insightful.
that what we're doing now?
It actually was.
Remember, kids, everything you see or hear on the internet is true.
Abraham Lincoln said that.
Yeah, he did.
And that's why
As he was chopping down a cherry tree.
With a herring.
and that's
With a
why
herring?
Doctor Who is real,
Yeah, actually.
based off of real
Actually,
events.
Yes. But someone had said, Big Bang Theory is smart jokes for stupid people.
Yes.
Huh.
I was
that's
like,
what it is.
that's exactly what it is.
You,
Yeah.
Right.
you just imploded his mind.
It's true.
You did, but I still love the show anyway.
That's fine. I don't like it.
I know. Well, I know some people who hate it just specifically because of the laugh track. I'm like, every sitcom has a fucking laugh track. That's no reason for you to hate
Whitney
it.
Cummings didn't have a laugh
Yeah, I
track.
was actually just about to say that.
Well,
She had
I
a
laugh-
great fucking show. I like that show.
I don't know why did they cancel it, or did
I
they
don't know.
not say
What
it?
It's
show
their
did you-
fucking NBC.
what show
dude.
did you say?
Whitney. The show by Whitney Cummings. It made me laugh every single episode.
It was
Oh.
amazing.
It was
I
good.
don't remember. I don't think I ever watched it.
I was gonna say Whitney didn't have a laugh track because it wasn't funny.
Nah.
Because
no, it's funny.
I don't
It's funny.
I don't enjoy Whitney Cummings as a comedian.
Oh, really? I like her a lot.
I don't know the show, so
Whitney's
that must
alright.
be a reason.
I like Dan Cummings. He's pretty funny.
Yeah, he is very funny. He's great.
I don't want to be around anyone when they're coming.
Not even yourself.
No, No.
Okay.
That's just nasty.
Yeah, I know, right?
she just leaves her vagina there.
You don't want to see
I'm
me when
gonna,
I'm
leave,
coming.
I'm gonna leave you two alone.
You just saw out your vagina. All right, you guys have fun. I'll be in the other room.
And,
Stacy,
and you cut off your hand too. And
Yeah.
Stacy's motto is, "You don't want to see me when I'm coming."
you don't want, and then yeah, it's like the Hulk.
Yeah.
Transforms.
A single moan comes out of your mouth. Like, get away! Get away!
It starts with a moan that she rips her vagina.
And then it goes like, and like Simon on the the Chipmunk's dad.
No, it's like she's it's like
Okay.
Stacy's in a really crowded place, and then she just goes, and then then somebody's like, "It's coming!" And she's like, "Yes!"
It's coming!
It got really vulgar all of a sudden.
Yeah.
She
Speaking
comes
of
over the
vulgar.
house.
That's some range there.
She comes over.
That's what, at least 100 feet to the house?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I do.
And she says it like that. No, it's I come over the house. As it shoots up. That's awful.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
That's beyond terrible.
So
Oh god.
I attempted my first cash call.
There you see my
Oh,
first cat.
did you?
It didn't work out
my
very well.
first cat.
I tried out my first
And
cat.
it came over the house.
Well, I
It
came
was
over the
terrible.
cat, but that's a different story.
I missed it completely.
We're just too fast for you.
Over the cat. And the cat's like, rah!
I took a little bit out of the puddle,
That
wiped
poor
it over
pussy.
its forehead, and went Simba.
She's gotta go pee somewhere.
She might be dying. Okay.
My chest is done.
I just want to say this. I have a friend that did that to her boyfriend.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. He did his thing. She took it. It was Simba.
They're no longer
Oh my
together.
god.
No, they aren't.
I wonder where it went
I
wrong.
don't know what I would
Simba.
think if that happened.
I would punch her square in the tits.
I thought you said I would punch her square in the spleen.
I'd punch her square spleen.
Squarespace.
She's a very weird lady.
I think it would be irritating, but I would have to
I'm afraid I'm gonna
appreciate
shoot my gum out.
the
the
comedic
thought that
value
went
in it.
through it.
Yeah, like
uh-huh.
I always wanted a girl with humor. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I attempted the first cash call. It didn't work
And
out very well.
this is the thing where you
with
cash
you.
cab
Okay.
telemarketers.
Yeah,
How did it
it's
work?
like cash cab but with telemarketers. It didn't go very well.
Uh-huh.
I will try again some other times.
Or how did this some other times?
Oh, it's plural. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's, of course.
Each call is an
I picked up, and I went, "Hello, who is this?" This is Mary. I'm just calling. And
I'm
I'm
from
like,
Canada.
well, no, it was an American woman.
Oh,
In
okay.
Canada.
And I'm like, "Yeah, Mary, can I tell you one thing really quick?" "Yeah, what's that?" "You're on Cash Call. It's a TV game show that takes place right here on this phone call." "Are you serious?" "Yeah, you're on TV." Beep.
Well,
That went well.
no, it's not saying it went bad. She just got scared. She probably thought you were. She probably took you seriously. She said, "Nope, not going to be on TV."
Nope.
I'm not.
I don't come
I'm
over the
not
house.
so this
I
TV
don't come
condoms.
over the
I
house.
don't know why condoms is the first thing I thought.
I'm
telemarketers,
over the
so.
house.
I'm over the house
Go sleep again. Whoa.
Was that even words?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go sleep again. Whoa.
Now she's drowning.
That's what he sounded like. If you listen to it, he goes. He sounds like Chewbacca.
Translation.
No, not Jesus. Chewbacca.
Jolly Green Giant? What?
Well, they're all pretty hairy, so.
Then this must be for me.
No, Jolly Green Giant watches over his corn and peas.
Yes,
Not
he
the
does.
green beans, though.
No, not the green beans.
Especially not the one that got eaten by the Kraken.
Callbacks!
So okay,
He
What-
doesn't watch over his green beans. That's true.
another thing
That's
I
true.
have.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll eat some more Mike and Ike's later.
there
You got a whole fucking...
there was an article about it this week. I believe it happened last year, 2 years ago. There's not about it.
I'm
a
a college
woman-
student. This is the best thing I'm going to eat all day.
A woman
I know the feeling.
drove 2 miles through a Los Angeles suburb with a dying man on her windshield, and she says she can't remember hitting him.
Okay.
Prosecutors
In her
say,
defense, she's blind.
yeah.
Drives car.
Prosecutors say the man was
Oh, I
struck
guess
so
I ran over another
hard
squirrel.
that he flipped onto her car and punched a hole in the windshield.
Is there a draft in here?
It was
There's a hand with blood.
It was a flash, she said. I pretty much felt him landing on my window. To me, it felt like he came from the sky. Asked by her
Doctor's real. Half-Life 3's confirmed.
And it's Matt Smith, blood, and that's why we have Peter Capaldi now.
asked by her attorney how she
Peter
felt in the
Capaldi.
moment, she said, very confused, like it wasn't real. It took me a while to figure out there was a body on the windshield.
By a while, she means 2 miles.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, okay.
So, where'd my thing go?
Over the house.
Over the house.
Over the house.
Okay, go on.
Those are mine.
Edit!
You dropped a mic and in your lap.
This woman was a former addict who became a drug and alcohol counselor. Wept and said she'd been drinking that night but wasn't drunk.
Right.
Prosecutors say her blood alcohol level was nearly twice the legal limit.
There you go.
Ah, there you go.
It gets better.
Oh.
But wait, there's
There's
more.
more.
She said she became addicted to painkillers and then heroin after she was in a car accident at the age of 15 and suffered a broken
And
back
she's a drug and alcohol counselor.
and suffered a broken back and shattered bone. Yeah.
Oh.
That's the bow wrap.
We're having a lot of technical difficulties for some reason. Anyway, the lady became addicted to painkillers and heroin after a car accident. Green beans. When asked,
Heroin green beans.
when asked, when asked
Green bean addictions are just awful.
when she began to use heroin, she responded, "When it became cheaper than going to the doctor."
Oh.
These are the kind of people that I didn't get through the whole article. These are actual, like, I just copy and pasted in
Okay.
different arrangements from the article.
Plagiarism.
I don't care. I didn't get through the whole article because I couldn't stop laughing, and I felt really bad for everybody else around her. Because these are the kind of people that we let loose in our society.
Uh-huh.
Of course. I have one more story before we end off, and hopefully it'll stay. That guy's hand is actually a green bean.
I've got one then.
Erica's
I've got
showing
one then
us-
too.
One before we stop.
It's a green
or
bean.
before we move on, I just want to say to our listeners, if you're addicted to green beans, seek help. There are
Seek
people
help, please.
out
He's got
there.
100-pound balls.
Yeah.
I think I
Because
need
you don't
help.
want to
I
be
love
a green bean,
beans.
especially one that looks like this. That's the slug.
The hell?
The bubble wrap slug.
It looks like the trunk of a very large green elephant.
It looks like a green bean.
The trunk of a very large green bean.
Yeah. Okay, so
Green
I
bean.
recently got a new job, and I'm making pizzas.
We at
We
pizza.
ate pizza!
I'm at pizza for 4.5 hours every day.
Do you throw them in the air?
No, they come with the
And then
the
you run
crust
away.
is already made. I just make everything else.
Yeah, we come. I'm leaving. Don't choke on those.
I always love
marshmallows.
that Stephen Wright joke about how he goes to a pizza place that only sells slices, and he goes in the back and they're throwing up the little triangles.
This place is like a whorehouse with all the coming and going.
She better leave.
Yeah.
So,
She's better leave.
On my first day at work, the guy who's instructing me how to make the pizzas was like, "Here's what you gotta do." I'm done looking at those.
I'm
You can
showing
just-
him.
Huh? Oh, you're showing
The
more.
guy was
okay.
showing me how to make the pizzas, and he's like, "You want to have 4 pepperonis on each slice when it comes out, and you slice it up and everything." So what I like to do is I like to draw it in the shape of a dick, That way it's easy. You got 2 balls and you got 2 more pepperonis for the shaft. It works out. And I'm like,
What?
that's very easy to remember. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that from now on.
Is that the first thing that you came up with, too?
Apparently.
I need 4 pepperonis on each slice.
I'm gonna draw a dick.
A dick! That'll do it.
So my job is
Very
essentially
dick.
drawing dicks on pizza.
With a Sharpie.
Is that going to be on your resume?
Yeah.
Drew dicks on pizza.
Draws right under fake radio show.
And then deliver them.
It's not fake.
It's internet radio show.
Yeah. Yeah. Non-profit.
We're a non-profit organization, but give us money.
Yes.
I had to thank Wesley today.
Just today?
I had to thank Wesley for
And
a
that's the other
different thing
story.
today.
I had to thank him.
All right, everybody goodbye. All right.
Goodbye.
A little while ago, Wes made apple pie.
Oh, yeah.
Not the food to eat, but
Did it
the,
have hair in it? Oh.
but the drink.
Dutch apple pie.
It tasted nothing like that.
Oh, the drink.
Yeah.
All of those are delicious.
That's what the gnome is guarding.
What?
What did you make it with?
Everclear.
Oh, I wanted
And,
My friend make it with Pinnacle whipped and
That
apple juice.
band?
Ever.
Oh, yeah, that's Evanescence.
There's a band called
No, there
Evergrey.
is a band called Everclear.
Oh.
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
They were a 90s band.
And instead of the, what was it, 8? You projected the 8 bottles.
Yeah.
We got like 9
9
and a
and a
half.
half.
So the weekend after, me, Wes, and Ryan.
It's the Inception sound.
It
is.
is. Ah!
This story has like 3 meanings for 3 people. We decided to drink the half a thing.
The half a thing.
The half a jar.
That's what it was. It was a half a jar. So we drank it, and then we tried some Southern Comfort, and then I went to bed. And I had some fucked up dream, which I can barely remember, but it was like the worst comedic action movie on the face of the planet. With
So
just
it
Starring
starred Michael
Wes.
Myers.
well, it was just full of profanities such as
Profanity.
sex, violence, having my best friend fuck my wife while I was flying a plane over Afghanistan so she wouldn't get lonely, and then I came back and beat him up for it, even though I asked him to do it. Like, stupid stuff. I don't know why. I wasn't drunk, I don't think. Because I asked Wes a question. I was like, Wesley, how do you know when you're drunk? Because this is the first time I've ever drank anything really
The
before.
most prolific thing I've probably ever said. I got up, walked over, but this is before we rearranged the bar. Walked over, got my bottle of Southern Comfort, came back. We drink more. That's how we know when we're drunk.
We are alcohol.
I was expecting something more like, Wes, how do I know when I'm drunk? Are you drunk? No. Okay, you're good.
Because Wes knows when he is alcohol.
I totally know when I'm alcohol. Yes.
I know.
But
I
had
fell
to-
asleep when I'm alcohol.
But I had to thank Wesley
talk
because
a
I had
lot.
just recently realized that since that event,
That's
I
how they
have
killed a guy.
actually unlocked the part of my brain I wish I had. Before I had started drinking, the dirtiest dream I'd had was I made a girl a sandwich and we cuddled.
That's
After I
dirty.
had started drinking,
That's how they
it
kill
went
him.
downhill from there.
He took that sandwich and he shoved it right up her vagina.
Nope.
Sounds delicious.
The new BLT.
I've always liked sandwiches with vinegar smeared all over it.
I thought you said with vagina smeared all over it.
I'm
Like,
leaving.
You've left like 3 times already.
she had to come
I've
on.
She-
left for like
she keeps
40
coming back for
years.
more.
She always comes back for more.
What can I say? I love
What
you.
time are we at?
It's 4:14 if that helps.
A minute
50.
12 and a half.
Oh, okay.
Or,
Minute 12 and a
An
half.
hour 12 and a half.
Okay.
I forgot how
One
to how
minute
to
12
clock.
and a half.
It's a minute 12 and a half. We lost everything.
I forgot how to clock.
He forgot how to call.
I forgot.
On that note,
I forgot how to numbers.
on that
I
note,
can't.
On that note, expect something on March 1st.
yes,
Oh, yeah.
It's
We're-
gonna be cum.
we
We can't talk about it.
we're
But it's
gonna
coming.
we're gonna gradually talk
Get
about
out of here.
it.
Kyle doesn't know unless you told him.
No, I have not. I told
Okay.
Riley
Why did you tell Riley?
because he's not around a lot. And
Are we going to do a sitcom?
I thought he deserved to.
No,
know.
we're gonna
Should.
start making babies.
Yeah.
Ew.
You better leave.
I'm leaving.
We're going
There's gonna
to.
be cum everywhere.
What about you?
God.
You're just gonna willingly stay and take one for the team?
I'm the only woman here.
One. There's 4 of us.
I'll take the
We're
4
gonna have
for
to
the
rock
team.
paper scissors for it.
Keith will want to come over.
We're gonna
Keith, I want
gradually.
to come over. Yeah.
We're gonna gradually.
Hey Keith, guess what's going on?
We're gonna graduate from high school.
We already
and,
are.
And reveal stuff each week about what we
Really?
have
Yep.
in store.
What are we revealing this week, Wes?
That we
Vaginas.
have stuff and plans for March
Stuff
1st.
and things.
Yeah, I won't be back until then, so I won't
That
be here
too.
to reveal stuff.
and
That's all right.
things.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Also for Casey.
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
Shake
Kyle.
it, shake it, shake it.
I almost drowned on Tootsie Roll.
It sounded like you said Donald Gargle.
I was finishing a Tootsie Roll and it killed me.
Lennon,
I come over the house.
Erica,
Green beans.
and Stacy.
I'm leaving.
I'm coming.
As always, I am Big Wes.
Oh,
Good night, everybody.
Knock it off. Oh, God.
You can stop their time now.
Good night, everybody.